past and future seas, whose ears have heard the holy word that walked amongst the ancient trees, calling the lapsed soul and weeping in the evening dew, that might control the starry pole and fallen light renew. O earth, return! Arise from out of the dewy grass. Night is worn, and the morn rises from the slumberous mass. Turn away no more, while wilt thou turn away? The starry floor, the watery shore, is given thee to the break of day. Good afternoon. For some of you it is night, but I was out here in my grove today, and I was preparing a new video that I'm making that I'll put on later on today. I will put it up about the elements. And one of the elements is being a real nuisance. I'm like, well, you must want attention. The element of air. Look at that. It lights up my, fills it up with air as I'm mentioning it, right? It wants attention right now. So I said, okay, I will look at it, like I look like a cobra now. It wants attention, so I said, okay, I will do a show. We'll see what happens with the element of air. Good to see you, our bass player, Jay. I can't even see it, the drizzle. Greetings, my dear Bard and J Master. Yes, it's nice to see Natalie. Thank you, Natalie, for your dedication to sobriety. Thank you for doing that. And congratulations on your year of sobriety. What a wonderful accomplishment, right? And not everyone gets that. Not everyone gets to celebrate that. That is quite an accomplishment. So congratulations on that. And the demon is here. Good to see you. Good to have you here. And who is this? I can't. The words are so small out here. I am at a disadvantage. I see. Let's see here. Is that Steve? I see Steve on there, and someone else. I cannot see you. What's good? The element of air. The element of air. So I'm out here trying to talk to my camera. I'm like, you'll have your turn. Just let me give the other elements. I want to do small meditations on the elements is what my video will be next. Real small, real brief, nothing deep, nothing heavy. I go through all of the elements, earth, wind, water, and spirit. I talk about all of those. And this week I've been, meditating on the element of the air. The element of the air. How often we take advantage of this. You have to see that you are made from gifts. All of the elements, they give you something of themselves. The very first gift you receive when you are born is the gift of air. Your very first breath fills you. It connects you to everything else. This element of air, that, governs, the way that you, without it, where would you be, right? You are always being gifted this gift of air within yourself. And we often take that for granted, just as we take for granted, we talked about last week, the element of water. We talked about that experience and how we take that for granted. We just see it as water, right? Well, we do the same thing with air here. You are just air, the air carries memory. The air carries experience. The air carries the heartbeat of your ancestors, that vibration that you get to participate in. It's the Irish druid. Well, I have some Irish in me, certainly. Yeah. Nature is nice. It makes you feel like a human being. It's my wife, and I'm not sharing. Oh my. I'm pretty sure I hit the snooze button before your first gasp of air. Oh my. Yeah, air is essential, right? If you don't get the proper air, what happens? You die, right? Air is a generous gift that is always being given to you. and you take it for granted. We all do, right? Every moment of breath, every experience of air is a gift. That is the beauty of the element of the air, right? Um, let's see here. Light before the doctor smacks the baby, then the mother to gasp for air. Yeah, yeah, exactly, right? The mother holds her breath until the child takes its breath, right? That moment of air, that moment of reciprocity. Good afternoon, Vixen. Good to see you. Good to have you here. I don't know how long I'll be out here. I didn't plan on coming on here, but the air, it kept knocking on my door. I want to be on. I said, okay, we could talk about you. We could try to help people connect with air. Lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt. Well, you're getting all Zeus on us now. Today you look different. I do. I do. Why do I look different? Because I'm out in my grove. I am out in a natural environment here. Normally, when you see me, I'm on my computer and I have a green screen behind me. So you get to see me in the natural element. And today it is quite windy in my grove. All of the leaves are blowing, all of the trees are blowing. Um, the air is active. How often do you greet a wind as a living entity? We are not taught to do that, right? We are not taught to see the reality of the wind as a living entity. Some of your ancestors, they had names for the wind, like in Ireland. Every single wind was named. The wind of the north, the south, they all had like colors attached to their name. All of these winds were named, and they were experienced. They were understood. Especially if you are a farmer, you would know that name of that wind and what it could do, and how it could be a part of your growing cycles. You knew the winds. How far have we gotten away today? Do you have a weather vane, right? The weather vane was an important reality for agriculture, for helping people connect to the element of wind, for their farming. Um, let's see here. Look at that. We're talking about the element of wind, and someone passes wind. How appropriate. Thank you for adding to the meditation. Let's see here. Tremendous green screen. Yeah, yeah. Little Red Riding Hood's cousin. Yeah, I'm Blue Riding Hood. Yeah. I'm Little Blue Peep. Is what I am. Connecting with air. It's called breathing. Basic instinct. Yeah. You're so original, sir. You're so original. Follow your air. When you're breathing, pause to sense the air coming in. Look at the air. Follow the air. Give a moment of recognition to that air, a moment of gratitude. That is a living reality that is always being shared with you in the most intimate way. Let's see here. This man is a nice change of scenery. You enjoy it. You enjoy it. I thought it was a background. Very nice to see here. Yeah, we're out here in my grove here. I'll give you a look around. You see, here we are. All in the grove here. No green screen. This is all real. Yep. And it's very, very windy today. The wind is making itself known. It says, I want to be on the show today. I said, okay, we will do that. Do I play Dungeons and Dragons? Of course I do. I have my own D&D channel called @Realmscape. Every week we play, people in my community, we play together. We have a good time. It's a wonderful game. Anthony, good to see you. Yeah, he plays 3.5. I play 5th edition. You're behind me? Oh, look at that. You're right there. I see you. Good to have you here. Good to see you, Brew Cooper. Is that your name? Hi, I am Mia, and my friend is Evelyn. What does that mean? What does that mean? I cast silence, D20, +4, 23. Roll your checks. I passed the dexterity check and jumped away from your spell. Let's see here. Have you ever been admitted to a mental institution? Yes, every day I go. That I'm out right now. The mental institution is just behind me up the hill. They allow us residents to go out and play and frolic and, conjure up devils and stuff like that for our recreation time. I got about an hour before the orderlies come back and poke my ass some with booty juice. So until they come back, you got me now. It is a nice day out. Yeah, it's beautiful out here. Just very, very windy. Very, very windy. The wind blows where it wishes, and you hear the sound of it, but you cannot tell where it comes from and where it goes. So everyone who is born of the Spirit. Yeah, that's a very important passage. Born of the Spirit. Doesn't say anything about having to believe anything, right? We are all born of the Spirit. This is another element. There's 5 elements, and the 5th is that of spirit. The Spirit is what binds all things together. Spirit is the divine wisdom that contains all things in itself. And we're all a part of it. You're never disconnected. You're never disconnected from Spirit. And this is really a terrible teaching when you hear people tell you that you need to receive the Spirit because you've been separated from it. Often the religious experience is you become familiar with what's already there. You experience enlightenment. Enlightenment is not, it is a realization of what is. It is not this idea that you have to be given a spirit. I think it's terrible. It is terrible. I heard the wind pushes trees, it makes the tree stronger. The trees that experience more wind than longer than the ones that hardly experience, they don't experience hard wind. Yeah, the idea is the branches learn to bend. They do not break. They learn to bend. This is an important teaching. When the wind can be very wild and unpredictable, you have to learn to bend with it. That is the way it teaches you, right? You learn to bend with it. A storm is moving in. Yeah, tonight there's supposed to be some rain. So eventually there will be a storm. It's right now it is 80 degrees where I am. It is quite warm. It's going to even get warmer out here as the days progress here. Sega Santa. Oh, that was a lot of fun. Do I cosplay? Oh yes, all the time. I dress up like Mickey Mouse. Have fun doing that. You love Gabe Onus. You love Gabe Onus. Good. We could get along then. We had a storm yesterday. It was probably came from from Texas over here to Florida. Look at that. You see the wind? Very powerful today, knocking me over. Wind is different in the mountains. It's more harsh. I would imagine so. Yeah. Theo the Megas, good to see you. Nice nature. You like nature. Yeah. You see the wind it's trying to make love to me right now. Your arms are tired. Well, stop pleasuring yourself, sir. This is not that type of program. Are you a doctor or a therapist? Yeah, they're letting us know. I am the thief today. I look like one of the thieves because of my cloak. I look like a thief. Reach around, son? No, thank you. No, thank you. My hands are so. I know they are. You've been telling us all about your perversion. Glad to be with you too as well, Theo. Am I part of the Thieves Guild? Depends on what game I'm playing. Yeah. Please like and subscribe if you are here. I'll probably be here for maybe a half hour or so before I head out. And I was talking about meditating with all of the elements. I was making one of my YouTube videos that I try to make. I'm going to be making probably one every couple of weeks or so to keep up with YouTube's demands. I got to keep pedaling out. Once I started pedaling out the long form videos, that's when all of the subscriptions started rolling in. So I got to keep up with the YouTube. Doesn't like shorts. It doesn't like live streams. It makes the money off of the videos. That's where it gets the most money. So I have to keep pedaling them out to please the YouTube overlords. Let's see here. Your mental health association should last approximately 3 days in an inpatient program. Well, I'm here round here. I've lost my damn mind. I hear from deities and shit. People aren't used to that, so they lock me up here on the grounds of the mental facility. They're not going to let me out. Wow, and people are surprised that Jesus is mentioned in the Old Testament. Where? He's not mentioned once. You are the wicked witch of the northeast. Yes, the northeast wind. It is coming in. We are coming to get you. The witch is coming to get you. The wind is just blowing. It's magnificent. You see, I gave you what you wanted. Spirit of the wind. You wanted to have some attention. I'm trying to help people to connect to you, to recognize you, to experience you. Yeah, the voices of our ancestors. The wind carries them from one generation to the next. Can you hear them? Can you hear them reaching out to you? Do you spend time listening to the winds, to the song of the wind, to its story? Hood helps a little bit, certainly, yeah. You aren't a mental health professional, don't give health advice, certainly. I love you, baby. Oops, that's okay. I have my friends from Grindr that are coming on here. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. Hi, Misty. Good to see you. Did I find a warlock? No, sir, I am not a warlock. Athena is here. I can't see. The words are so. Yeah, there she is. Okay, coming down from Mount Olympus to be with the winds of the north, east, the west, and the south. It is Athena. You have come to experience the winds. Thank you. You love me. I appreciate you. Yeah. Greetings, salutations. How old are you? This is for 18 plus channel. Yes. If you are under the age of 18, please leave. You don't know what the wind is going to do. It might rip off all of my clothing, and that would be inappropriate for young people to see. This is for adults. Please go away if you are under 18 years old. I hope you are well. Please pray for the world. I do. I ask for peace to be in the world on a regular basis. Let's see here. I am watching while monks in robes are around, and strange to have it back. You're watching a bunch of monastics running around. I'm 97 years old. I poop my pants in bed. Well, that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that you do that. You know, they do for old people like yourself. You know, have you tried Depends? Depends is very effective in helping with old people bowel movements. I wear them all the time. Let's see. Thank you very much. You're welcome. When the tornado steals your pants, oh, it's terrible. You ever see the Twister movies? I remember the first one. You learn about a tornado safety advice. I don't know if it will work, but the tornado comes over the scientists, and he has tied his belt around his pants, around a pipe in the ground of some type of shack, and the tornado comes, it rips the building walls out. Here he is being up into the air, and he's sitting there with his belt loop tied around this pipe that keeps him grounded. It keeps him anchored, right? Keeps him where he's not being sucked up. Those were interesting movies, the Twister movie, if you saw those a long time ago. Let's see, where am I at here? You are my favorite alcoholic, Wiccan, Catholic priest. I am none of those things. I do not drink. I am not a Wiccan. I am not Catholic. I am none of those things, sir. I am just a normal person here talking about nature. That is all that I'm doing. Let's see. You shit yourself once, though I had to fart. It wasn't a fart. No. Yeah, it's terrible when it happens, right? I mean, people are on here joking around about it, but that happens to all people. It's an unfortunate experience of your humanity. There's nothing spiritual about it. There is the best LGBT streamer ever. Thank you. I'm glad that you recognize that I am a person of diversity. I have an attraction to gnomes. Yeah, I'm glad that people like myself, we are able to come together for conversation, to talk about our desire for inanimate objects such as gnomes, and how the collection of gnomes is really sharing the love, sharing your love with stone. Yeah. Let's see here. Wiccan and Catholic doesn't that work? Well, there are people that practice religion their own way. The Catholic Church wants you to adhere to all the rules in order to have the title. But a lot of Catholics, they don't give a shit about the rules. They just want to do it their way. And I think that is wonderful. In the tornado movies, you poop your pants as well. Well, you get scared, right? As I said, maybe you can't help it. That's okay. No one's here to judge you. We know that you're a poopy pants, sir, and no one's going to judge you for that. You do you. You do you. All right. No one's going to take that away from you. Wind is wanting attention, and so are some people. Obviously, yeah. The wind can be temperamental, right? But never foolish. When the wind speaks, you will listen. You will listen. You might not hear the depth of the message, but you will feel it. You will feel its voice, rattling your windowsill or blowing off your cloak. You will listen. Am I a LARPer? No, I don't do any LARPer. Everything you see here is real. This is my life. With hurricanes and tornadoes, it isn't so much that the wind is blowing. It's what the wind is blowing. Yeah. The reality, the power of I've experienced that quite a bit. Natalie, you might have experienced hurricane every now and then over there in Texas. But hurricanes are a regular thing, for people who live in Florida. And they are so powerful, they destroy everything. I've had my roof ripped off, right? Do I blame the hurricane? No. The hurricane is meant to restore, to renew. It is what chaos does. Chaos is chaos. It has no foundation. It is there to renew, to remake, to make possible, to bring the foundation for life. So when I see a hurricane or a tornado and all of its destruction, the other side of that is it has brought life. It has reset the weather patterns. It has something that is essential in the world. If there was no hurricanes, our weather system would be out of control. And the idea that I remember about maybe 30 years ago, I saw people were blaming George Bush for the hurricanes. Remember that? George Bush brought the hurricanes. Well, the I believe that our environment responds to us. I mean, the shit that we're doing to the earth, all of the chemicals we're pouring into it, what we're doing to the atmosphere. Do you think that the earth is not going to respond? And how does it respond? It does not respond in a way of wrath. It tries to fix. It tries to renew. It tries to make it right again. And that is terrifying when a tsunami goes over your city. It is terrifying when a hurricane comes upon you, right? There was this movie about, I thought it was 2012, I think it was called, when the world kind of was coming to an end. Or one of these movies, what happened was everything north really of the equator began to freeze. The entire, everything, it became super cold, ice cold. And all of like people in America, they had to go down to Mexico to live. All of the citizens fled to Mexico. And what happened was interesting in the movie because you had in space, you had a space station. They were looking down upon the world. And after this freeze happened, the atmosphere was crystal clear. They could see with precise details the earth. And I thought that was a great demonstration of how the natural world sometimes responds to our bullshit. It comes to correct. It comes to make new. You know, I think that our humanity has been around a long time, and there's been times when we've nearly been wiped out. I'm thinking about what some people believe like 10,000 years ago, with the younger Dryas meteors and everything, and I think our civilization has been here a long time, but we're always in contradiction. We're always, the idea of Atlantis. How does Atlantis be destroyed? It is destroyed because of an environmental impact. That is the theories. That is the myth, right? That it is swallowed up by the ocean. Why? Because of abuse. This is an ancient tale that we are repeating again. We have not learned our lesson. And the world is responding to our bullshit. And in this response, what happens? We lose all of our things that cause the problem, right? What happens when a solar flare hits us, right? All of our electronics are gone to shit if that ever happens, right? And that's happened before. The cosmos has a way to respond to our bullshit that we do here. I really believe that. And I don't want that to happen. I think that we can learn to heal. I think that we can learn to participate and respect the world that we live in, to begin to see the earth as mother, and to begin, when we use her resources, to seek sufficiency, not plundering it, not abusing it, but really taking the nourishment that she gives, rather than just for profit. Drill, drill, drill. See, it doesn't work. Indeed. Do you play D&D? Yes, I do. We have a D&D channel here called at Realmscape. All one word, at Realmscape. REALMSCAPE. That is where I used to have my channel had all of this other stuff on it, but it was messing with my algorithm, so I put all of our D&D stuff on another channel. Can I speak Dahuvuzul? No, I cannot. I do not speak that language. Technically, Christians can practice some magic. Yeah, it depends on the organization. Now, if you are a Roman Catholic, they forbid any practice, but some people do it anyways. They don't give a shit what the hierarchy teaches. But the hierarchy has a way to manipulate you, to make you feel like God is going to get you or be pissed off at you. So they won't allow you to do it. They want only the clergymen to be the practitioners of magic. Hello, Down Under Debbie is here. Good to see you. Good to have you here. We are meditating on the elements today, specifically this friend here, the element of air. It always is trying to make itself known here. It's trying to be a voice to all of you, to saying, I matter. I'm reaching out to you. I have something to give to you. I have something to offer. Let's see here. You are from India. Good to have you here. It's always nice to see our friends from all over the world. When Dova call, you hear the voice. Yes, all of the great fathers up on the mountain, we all hear the voice of the dragon born. We're all able to receive it. Dovahkiin! I heard his voice, so I had to call out to him. I know someone who has had a gnome living on his property. Well, you better be careful. It might be his lover. Don't mess with people's gnomes. There are people who have a special affection for them. Your favorite shout is the whirlwind spin. Yeah, that's fun too. Very rarely here, I am too far inland. Oh, for the hurricanes? Yeah. Yeah, I've had like a tornado go behind my house. I mean, the hurricanes, they are quite powerful, and they spin several hurricanes, winds that rip shit apart. Like I said, I had my roof ripped off. It was quite frightening because we're in the middle of the storm. The roof is ripped off, and the rains come, and so we have a hole in our roof. The water's just coming down to the ceiling. You can imagine all my kids were all sitting around. Here comes the waters, running and scurrying for buckets to try to ease the water flow. The insurance paid for all of the damages, thankfully. But it was quite frightening, the power of the wind. The last one we had, the hurricane, my house did not receive any damage. Now, others in the neighborhood did. Now, I don't want to recommend this, but what I did, I felt I was in tune with the spirits of the air. And so what I did was I went into my upper floor, my second story. I had all my family stay downstairs, and I meditated up there, and I tried to commune with the winds, telling them that I am friend, please don't rip off my roof, I can't afford it. Don't have the insurance money this year. And our house did not receive any damage. Let's see here. You live in Windhelm? Wind here is terrible. I can only imagine. It's probably due to the, that ancient maze beneath with all of the Dormir, all of their gadgets down there. It's probably drawing in the wind. You are Jesus. Good to see you, Jesus. Good to have you here. My uncle lives in High Horga. There are no hurricanes up there. No, there isn't. No, there isn't. Which part of Florida is your Shire? Central Florida. Central Florida. I got termites crawling up my camera holder right here. There's termites crawling up. I didn't wear any socks out here today. I didn't know I was going to be out here that long. Trying to keep them off of my feet. That's no fun. Get off my window here. Earth is your heart. Humans also do weather modification. Yeah, there are rumors of that, right? Of weather modification devices. One of the famous one is the cloudbursters. Have you heard of this? That there's a natural device that I've heard of farmers using, that you ground it in a pond, and you can aim it up at the clouds to bursts the clouds, which sometimes causes rain. I don't know if you've heard that, but people that I've heard talk about these cloud bursters, they say that they are quite accurate in what they can do. I don't know. If a cloud burster can really do that, think of what the government is doing with their technology, right? I enjoy your awesome knowledge. Thank you, Down Under Debbie. I have the secret knowledge for those down under. Uh, let's see here. Oh my. Uh, one V1, the tree for forest domination. Oh, not here. Drink the potion of mana again. I don't need it. I am a sorcerer, so all the energy just flows through me. I don't need potions. Yeah. We talked about that earlier, right? On my show this morning. Harp controls the weather. What is harp? That sounds like something out of Batman. Harp? Mother Gaia is waking up and she is releasing a bunch of energies, but trying to do so gently. She can, but it's still generous. What do you mean waking up? I thought Mother is always alive. Do you see, like the earth and the stars? Do they too must go through an enlightenment? They too must rise, awaken. Do you see it that way? If I can do that, why not the earth? Why not the tree, right? If I can be enlightened, I think there's something to that. I never thought about that. When it comes to, a grove, I think the trees, they experience enlightenment when they meet with the druid. There's a mutual experience for the druid and the tree. So maybe you're onto something there. I never thought about that before. Very interesting. I'll have to meditate more upon that. How often do I read the Elder Scrolls? Every time I try to get a dragon and fly on it, I read the Elder Scrolls. She's amazing, Athena. She's really trying to help else the transition. You're going to embarrass your daughter a little bit. I'm sworn duty as a dad. Yeah, that's always fun to do. Am I a Dovahkiin? No, I just assist the Dovahkiin. Fiona, nice to see you, our good friend from Ireland. Always nice to hear from Fiona. I set some fries to burn some furs on Friday night on the cliff by the sea. The wind changed. The fire almost went out of control. Oh my. Oh, you set some fires to burn some furs? Interesting, Fiona. Read nothing, they will get theirs. What does that mean? Is that a Christopher protection medal around your neck? No, this is a triskelion. This is a symbol of my ancestors. It's one of the most ancient Celt. This one is the Irish version. You could find this up at New Grange. Fiona, you recognize it, right? That's Fiona's stomping ground up there. I have a memory of when Gaia told Athena she was going to sleep for a while and wouldn't be reachable. It sounded Athena. So you see the earth as going into a dormant state, as if it sleeps, right? We sleep. Is it possible for the earth to sleep? I don't know. These are things to ponder, right? These are things to ponder. Can I say happy birthday, Jade? Is Jade's birthday today? Well, happy birthday to them. Let's see, cosmos is your head. Your third testicle spins 33 steps up Jacob's ladder. Well, I can't imagine, this my testicles are hitting the ladder as I'm going up, that I'm spinning around, sir. I've never tried to go up a ladder naked. If I went up a ladder naked, maybe my testicles would be hitting the things going up. I don't know. I've never thought about doing that. Do you like going up ladders naked? Is this some type of new shoots and ladders game that you do for sexuality? I don't know. I don't know. Nature took me away today. Nothing but the sound of the breeze. The horse even paid attention to me when it followed me, talking. It became noise to me. Kind of sick of humans at the moment. The tolerance is gone. Yes, we can lose our tolerance, right? We can, but learn from the wind. The wind learns tolerance. Learn from the wind. The wind is tolerant, right? The wind continues to blow. The wind continues to be there, even when it's really noisy, right? It carries that noise. It participates in it. Fiona, do you want to come back to our Discord? We can get you back on there. I noticed you deleted your account. If you want to join us back on Discord, let us know. We'll get you back on there. You still have my email. You can send me an email. We'll get you back on there. Hello, Sir Flame Drop. Good to see you. Liverpool, nice to see you. False God, they have. I'm not talking about deities, sir. I don't. No, I don't. We are not talking about anyone's religion here. We're just talking about the elements. We're talking about the element of air. We're talking about the spirit of the winds. These are the things we are talking about. We're not talking about deities, right? All right, Chemistry, our good friend from Scotland. Good to see you. Good to have you here. The Crow says hello. You heard the Crow. Thank you, Morphin. You have a few minutes to spare. Wonderful, wonderful. You are from Earth. Welcome, welcome. Fresh air and breeze. Wonderful. Hello, pagan. I am not a pagan, sir. I do not do any rituals for any deities. I am not a pagan. Even though I have a goddess, Ceridwen. She is more of a guide, a mother, a symbol of my ancestors. That sounds like a beautiful experience. Do I know about Masha Lushu? No. Is this some type of new deity? Masha Shushu? Sounds like, something you put on a salad. I'm not familiar with that deity, no. There's a book series you listen to. There are humans that connect to the elements. Different types of elements have different names. Wind from one body of land, it's another kind of wind. Interesting. Yeah, I see the wind as they are entities, the winds. They have their own experience. They have their own reality. That's how I understand it. You have the element to wind and its many, many children. Put your back to the tree. I did. There it is. How wonderful. You bring in people from around the world here to meet Ceridwen, our wonderful goddess. No, I'm not LARPing. This is real life. This is what I do. From another land, same with different types of water elements. Very interesting. It's amazing how much truth is laced into the books. Yeah, sounds interesting. Hail Ceridwen. Hail to the trees. Hail to the winds. On a scale of 1 to 10, how Muslim are you? 0. I don't like the Abrahamic religions. I am back. Funny dance in the background. Your daughter was taking you to our friends talking to our friends on Discord, and then you got her, right? Thoughts on the Latin Mass versus the Novus Ordo? Why would you ask something like this? Is there anything that says this is a Roman Catholic show? Um, is there a spectrum for being Muslim? I guess so. I guess so. Sir, we need people to show mercy to the poor with no shelter and donate as your God wills. We'll start doing it then. Uh, Going around telling other people about it tells me that you're not doing shit. Go do it. Don't put your guilt trips on me, sir. You go do it. I do what I can for the people around me. Don't expect me to do what you're supposed to be doing. I remember me. I am El Shaddai. Oh, you are El Shaddai. You are the many-breasted one. You've changed your name around. El Shaddai has been a commenter on the program here. He's like Jeremiah's twin brother in a way, always talking about strange conversations. He talks to Jeremiah all the time on here. Let's see, no hurricanes here. Yeah, you have Tasmanian devils. You don't need a hurricane there. We saw those on Looney Tunes. They spin around. Oh, let's see here. You're going for a bowel movement. You'll be right back. Okay, great. See, I bring out the best in people. You know, some people, they are so constipated in life and they come to my channel to find relief. I'm really, that makes me feel wonderful that I help people take dumps. I can go home to my wife today. I helped a few people take a shit. I've really brought peace in the world today. Mordecai, our Roman Catholic fundamentalist friend, you have drank the blood of your Jesus today. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I have felt the wind of Jesus today. What is my favorite brick favor? Orange, I guess. I don't know. A Native American friend of yours taught you that in their mythology, God used up all of the parts of his body to build earth. Yeah, you'll find that in a lot of mythologies, that the earth as we know it, it comes from various deities. Yeah, that is a common mythological thread that you will find quite universal. It is quite universal. Oh, man. Let's see here. Jolly Rancher watermelon bricks. Oh, my. Oh, my. Dude, my husband pissed when the clouds are manufactured after he started to awake this, because something has a lot of frustration with hinders humanity a lot, and it does intentionally. You think that we are messing with the natural forces. Hello to you, Adam. Good to see you. Prince Adam is here in his non-He-Man form. Good to have you and Cringer in the audience here today. Cloud seeding, is that what it's called? Through on the Irish myth of the Cuchulainn and his relationship to Christ. Thoughts on the Irish myth of Cuchulainn and his relationship to Christ. With all of these myths, you can always find strands of unity. There's strands in you. I think that Lu is a better mythology for Christ. You have his feast day, Lunasa, right next to the transfiguration of the Christ, where you have two different mythological beings being lit up on a hill, bringing light into the world. So if Lunasa and the transfiguration celebration in Christianity have a lot in common. They're about divinization, about defeating evil, right? Lu defeats the great, the 4 million with the big eye. I forgot his name, but his eye, his beam of his eye, would destroy everything. And you have Lu, the great hero, defeating the one that was causing all the problem. That's very similar to the Christian myth. You have the Christ defeating the devil, right? You have this common unity in all mythologies. Let's see here. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you for being here. It seems to be a cycle of sleep and awakening. That's how you understand the world that we live in, is one of cycle of awakening. Could somebody explain how Jesus was the Messiah when I wasn't even a descendant of David? What does Christianity have anything to do with what we're talking about? I don't understand why I get asked these questions. I mean, there's nothing on here that says I'm. Now, when I was a clergyman, when I wore my collar, I could understand being asked that, but there's nothing here that says I am a Christian. I don't understand why I get asked these questions like this. Gaia is alive, but has been sleeping. Her consciousness is tied to Earth humanity in its own ways, and is Earth lowered in vibration affecting her? Interesting. Do I hunt? No, I do not. I do not. I have nothing. I don't have any problem with people that do, but I do not. I have such a sensitivity to animals that I would cry if I am a Cancer. I do a lot of crying. If I were to hurt an animal, I would cry. I couldn't do it. I would certainly be able to eat it. I've had venison jerky, venison steaks before, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't. I mean, I remember one time when I was younger, I was going fishing, and they said use a frog for your bait to catch the largemouth bass. Well, I did that, and I put the hook into the frog, and I began to weep bitterly. I removed it immediately, and the frog's all bloody and probably going to die. I just couldn't do it. I have such a sensitivity to animals, where I could never hurt them. I mean, I have no problem eating them, but I could not hurt them. When Gaia told Athena that she was going to go to sleep, she told Athena not to tell anyone, for if they would try to persuade her not to. But she knew it was eventful. So once you went. Now, are you sharing from your memory of Athena, or is this actual mythology as well? I am unfamiliar with the Gaia mythology of the Greeks. I never really got into it. Let's see. I want to visit my mum in Donegal, Ireland. Could you pray that I get to see my mom in Ireland? Thank you, Father Bard. Oh, great Lady Kenedwin, pour out your cauldron down under Debbie. Give her the inspiration to see the path to visit her mother once again in the land of Ireland, the land of the ancestors. Make a way for her, our great goddess here. Amen. I hope the path is smooth. I hope you get that opportunity. Could be connected to the cosmos. You noticed, freaked out a bit. Athena had to tell them it wasn't a cosmic mistake, that Gaia knew it was okay with it, but it may be concerned and saddened. Really? Let's see. Makes a lot of sense, Athena. Yeah. All right. And it's been a long road to bring Earth's vibrations back up to balance that can sustain and flow. How, Athena, how do we do it? How do we bring the Earth back vibrational? What is our role in the returning the earth to enlightenment. What must we do to do that? What is happening here? I don't know. What is happening? Can you tell us? Uh, Howard here is an underwear gnome. Oh my! You put underwear on your garden gnomes to try to cover up their private parts. Today is your birthday. Well, happy birthday to you. Oh, Trampus Bowmaster, good to see you. Oh, biome grove activity. Yeah, we're in my biome here. This is Minecraft live. You can see here. I'm gonna chop the tree down. Yeah, tree pieces appear. Oh, let's see. Thoughts on the drow being over 50,000 years old. The Tao. Oh, I thought you were talking about the drow. I'm like, well, they've been around for a long time. You know, ever since their goddess got in an unfortunate, lovers' quarrel, got jealous and got pissed off with the high elfin deity, and it was terrible. It's really a sad story. The story of Loth, right? I don't know anything about the stock market. Salutation, friends. Yeah. What is up? The wind. That was real of my dude. It can be. It can be. We don't get two shots about the stock. Yeah, we're not interested in that stuff here. We are not interested in it. Hello, Kimberly. Good to see you. Good afternoon, Lewis. Good to have you here. Many planets and species of beings have gone through ascensions. It is something that this planet alone has dealt with. It's actually something very common. Interesting. Yeah, is there anything we can do to help? Baylor is the name of the Formorlian, with the eye, the Rabi. Yeah, that's where you get the word, the X-Men Cyclops, right? Shooting the rays out of his eyes. That comes from the mythology of the Formorlians. And Lou is the great hero that takes care of that eye of Boldar, right? You seem like a good person. I'd share my sandwich with you if you asked. Thank you. That's very kind of you to share your sandwich with me. You are a virtuous person, sir. Bela, depending on the location, yeah. Bard, you've influenced me positively. I've had a brilliant idea for controlling mosquitoes populations. I plan on manufacturing very tiny mosquito condoms for swarms so that they don't reproduce. Yes, I think that we should educate the mosquitoes about, proper sexual behavior. Just going and laying all these eggs out, and think about all the food that the fish get to eat. All of these, proper procreative habitats for mosquitoes is very important. We need to develop programs for educating the mosquitoes. It's quite unfortunate. They breed like rabbits. If we could provide them with some type of protection, I think that is very important. Yeah. There's the wind. You see it? It wanted to be on the show today. It's why many people are of the planet now. There's no longer a being soul trying to get to Earth, to get human body or call for help was sent from the cosmos. Interesting. I prefer to now be known as Sir Framedrop, the inventor of the mosquito condom. Look at that. We have people here that are such innovation and technique, such skilled people as our friend here, to be able to come up with this idea to help our mosquito friends and their problems with breeding. Damn vampires. Let's see here. And Mary have responded. Mary are working however you can to raise male consciousness on the planet. You see Jesus's face in the tree here? Look at that. You remember me when I was gay. Well, that was just a few days ago then. I am gay on Thursdays and Tuesdays. So that was, that was just the other day. I mean, it wasn't too long ago. Yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays. I appreciate your sympathy for the beautiful animals that share the world with. Yes. The conversation with Gaia is just a memory you have. You don't think it's written down anywhere here on the earth. Interesting. Very interesting. You have a Gaia compound out there. It's huge. Good afternoon to you, Robot Woofy. They own the top of the mountain. You thought gnomes steal underwear? Yeah, that's just a rumor that people who have accidentally left your underwear with the gnome. It is all a rumor to try not to expose their impropriety. Beautiful gardens, yes, indeed. Thank Father Bard and Keredwin. It's almost 40 years since I've seen my mom in person as she moved back to her homeland with her new husband 40 years ago. Yeah, that's a long time. Yeah, I just saw my mother today. She came over and brought over lunch for the kids and brought some candy for Valentine's Day. To return, she now refers to herself as Mother of the Bard. That's what she called herself today, because she watches the program. She's like, I learned so much by watching your programs, and I love how you respond to these people. I'm like, well, I'm sorry for talking about penises all the time. She goes, yeah, I understand that there's a lot of depraved people that you speak to. Thank you for sharing your growth. You're welcome. We learn to master our emotions. When we let our emotions master us, we will not ascend. You will get trapped in the emotions' negative energies, negative vibrations. We learn to experience the emotions. Interesting. Lewis is doing his ritual. What's my boyfriend's name? Steve? Let's see. Love the science, yeah. But we don't identify as emotions. We learn that we are an aspect. We learn to observe. We stop blaming others, and we realize how we are the creators of our own reality. Very interesting. Very interesting. You love mosquitoes? They can suck one hell of a crab leg. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We forgive those who wronged us. We heal our emotional wounds. We return to love instead of divided. Good to see you, why not? Good to have you here. We know you are a great service of your duty to all mankind will not be forgotten. You keep your promise and have delivered great spiritual entertainment, only the finest in the world, madam. There is no other place. Hail your beautiful wife. Goodbye. And family. Goddess and family, yes, thank you. You are helping so many people with the spiritual ways. Well, I try. I try to share the experiences of my life, and I try to share places like this. And later on today, I'm going to go home. I'm going to edit all of the footage I've taken out here, and I will be sharing with you just a small meditation on the 5 elements of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. That will be later on today. So look for it in your video section. Even you have learned from our Bard's teaching. He is a great example for many. Thank you. I am glad that I can be an example to all of you. I am glad that I can share from the experience of this beautiful place. Yeah, and the only reason why I came on today is because of this wind. I thought it would be an excellent way to share the experience of the wind, the wisdom of the wind, the element of the air. It speaks for it itself. You hear it? It's saying, "Yay! Thank you." It's giving one last encore here. You see it? Yes, we hear you. Good job. Yes, thank you for blowing the leaves in my face. We appreciate you, wind. Thank you for letting us know. All right. Ceridwen grant us light of the cauldron, and may her Awen empower us all. All right, I got to get going. I got to work my way out of my grove here and get all my things together. So later on, look for my video. I'll put it up on the Discord channel as soon as I finish it.